Welcome to You Are Not Alone. This is a safe place to explore all things spiritual and beyond. I am spiritual medium Erica Gabriel. Hello, friends. Hello, good people. Hello, good You Are Not Alone family. How are you guys? Holy crap. This has been a crazy time. Is this what you were expecting? A holy crap right in the beginning of the podcast? I'm sorry to those I offend, but I don't think people that are deeply offended by me listen to the podcast. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like we're all in this together. You guys know what you're getting. I'm going to call holy crap a spiritual term. Is that where we are? I don't know. But what a time, what a time, what a time. Oh my goodness. Lots of crazy things going on. And so many of us are feeling really overwhelmed. Huge highs, huge lows, ups, downs, things going on in the world, people getting killed, women being blamed for things, lots of crazy stuff, right? And maybe some things that people are going, this is good. There's some things that are going good and you can feel that way, right? Like, this is not a political podcast. There's, highs and lows for everyone, highs and lows for everyone. But I don't care who you are. I don't care who you like, who you don't like. There is a lot, and we are inundated with a lot of information, lots going on. And I'm seeing it in my family. I'm seeing it in my friends. I'm seeing everybody really in this roller coaster of highs and lows. In this roller coaster, we're just going up and down. We're hamster wheeling in our mind. There is a lot happening, okay? A lot. And that's okay. And as we talked about, there is always going to be a lot happening. So you getting your 2 feet on the ground, getting into your gratitude, believing in yourself, believing in your gifts, believing in your talents, believing in God, believing in your inner voice. This is more important than ever. You taking a minute to listen to this podcast, like, you're doing it. You're taking a minute, right? Whether this is the podcast or it's another podcast, you are taking time to sit with yourself, to tune into some messages that could possibly serve you. You're aligning with your intuitive voice. You're aligning with spirit. You're doing it. You are enough just as you are, one day at a time, one foot in front of the other. Stay grounded. Stay in your self-care. Stay in your self-care. Stay in your connection to God. It's the only way. And you can find God in all kinds of places. You can find God going out for a walk. You can find God within your own heart. You can find God in playing with your dog, that joyful feeling you get. God is everywhere. God is everything. So stay the course, guys. Stay grounded. Many of you are having spiritual opening, spiritual awakening. You're switching religions. All kinds of things are going on. At the end of the day, keep it simple. Stay with your breath. Stay with the breath in and out, one foot in front of the other. Okay. So that's my answer to all of the things that are going on in the world. And be kind to other people. Come on, give me a break. Give me a break. This is why this is leading into this podcast. So something that I started doing, and I think I've talked about this so many times. I mean, you guys are probably sick of me hearing about this, but I really had one view and one way of thinking about the world as Erica, and realized that was really putting hate in my, not hate, but a lot of discord in my heart, because I only looked at one way. I only thought one way, saw one way. And I thought other people were literally crazy. I'm like, is that person crazy? How can they believe that? Is that person crazy? How can they think that? Is that person crazy? Like, what is happening? And I was like, no, Erica, not what is happening with them. What is happening with you? Look in the mirror. You are creating discord and dislike in your heart for other people because they think differently. Who are you? What are you doing? You love people. You need to read for every single person that comes to you, no matter who they are, what they believe. So what I started doing was tapping into this desire to understand. people deeper as Erica, not as spiritual medium. Spiritual medium Erica she's good, man. She's good. She goes in, she falls in love with every single person she reads for. She's with their souls. Spiritual medium Erica is good. She's kosher, as they say. Not really kosher, but you know that expression. All good. It's all gravy. But Erica was kind of like, okay, what is going on? These people are cray cray. And then she was like, no, you're cray cray, Erica. Look in the mirror. And I invite you guys to do the same, not judging you. I'm telling you my personal story, but I invite you to look in the mirror. What's going on in your heart? What's going on in your side of the street that you need to clean up? Stop worrying about everyone else and what they're thinking. What are you thinking? More importantly, what are you thinking about others? That's not nice. That's not right. That's unkind. Figure it out. Now, you can disagree with people. Shit, I disagree with so many people, you guys. Oh my God, so many people. But I need to hate them and think they're crazy? Give me a break. What am I doing? What am I getting caught up in? So, what I decided to do is start looking at other ideas, other philosophies, other ways that people are thinking about the world and others. And so I started listening to different types of things, people with completely different ideas than me. And what happened was, I was like, shit, they cray cray. No, I'm just kidding. I was like, wow, they think so differently than me, but I see how they got there and what they're watching and what they're consuming to get there. I 99.99% disagree with them, but I see it. So I don't think they're crazy anymore, although I greatly disagree. Now, some people are crazy. Listen, some people are. But I started opening myself up to listening to all different things. And it's really served me and really helped me. I think I've told you guys when I started following different people, people started unfollowing me. Like, how could you follow these horrible demons? And I'm like, they're not demons. They just think differently than you. And like, it's important that I understand that. So, anyway, that's how I'm handling things. I'm just trying to understand things a little bit more. So I just don't tap into the chaos and the hate. Even again, if I unbelievably disagree, and think they're wrong. At least I don't have that that sourness, that toxic energy in my heart, which I'm working on. Okay, so fast fast forward. Oh my God, that's so funny because this podcast is about fast forwarding. Ah, ha, ha. Okay, pun intended. So anyway, my best dear soul sister, best friend since I was in pre-K, died by suicide right after my daughter was born. My daughter is 11. So yeah, she crossed over about 11 years ago. She died by suicide, probably like a mile, 2 miles from my house. And she's one of the most amazing, precious, incredible souls I've ever met in my entire life. And you guys would have loved her. She would have definitely come on the podcast. Anyway, so we had very similar spiritual beliefs, religious ideologies. Like, just we're very, very similar. And she told me one day, Erica, it's so crazy. I randomly stumbled onto like Joel Osteen. So he is like a total, I think, evangelical preacher in Texas. You know what I mean? And like, I'm like, what? You know what I mean? She's like, I know it sounds weird. And when you can sift through all the shit that doesn't align, he really has some great messages and like is very gentle soul. And I'm like, okay, cool. Thought it was weird. And then it happened. I think I did a podcast with something he said, a couple years ago. You ride or dies will remember the episode. But anyway, I was driving this past weekend home from Washington, D.C., and I started thinking about Christine. That was her name. And then I just got this little bump from her that there was something in his podcast, this Texas evangelical preacher, that I needed. And I'm like, okay, Christine, here we go. Let's listen to Joel Osteen, because it's great. I think, I listen to Buddhist monks sometimes. I follow a lot of amazing Jewish rabbis. I follow Christian teachers. I kind of follow everyone because, God, can you imagine if a rabbi, a priest, a Buddhist monk, whoever, all got together and put out a book on how similar these things are, but with different words and different cores, but very similar, and how powerful those messages could be. I mean, it's just all so similar. Of course, there's mega differences, but there's so many just similar, beautiful things. That's a through line. And maybe we wouldn't all fight so much over our religion, right? But anyway, so I go into the podcast app or whatever, and I just like, okay, I'll click on this one, whatever. I clicked on it. I heard him start to talk, and I heard, no, not this one. I was like, oh, okay, not this one. Scrolled down a little more, and then she was like, stop that one. I'm like, okay, I'll bite. Let's see what this one is about. Also, before I go on, side note, like I have literally nothing against evangelical preachers. In fact, I am literally spreading one of the messages. So, like, don't get it twisted that I'm trying to debunk or take away, or, I think it's all can be looked at. And I think part of the reason why I do this podcast is to take things that we're seeing and that we're hearing and put them into the way that I connect with spirits, words, and in a way that can kind of bring us all together. So anyway, so she's like, okay, stop. That's the episode that you're meant to hear. So let me just go back. I'm going to tell you what the name of the episode is. Okay, yeah. So the name of the episode was Fast Forward. Fast Forward. So I listened to it, and it had some great, she was right. It had some wonderful, wonderful nuggets. Okay. So basically, he's talking about that you can convince yourself, like, okay, I need to, this is how much money I make. I'm going to use money as, this is how much money I make. This is how much debt I have. Okay. So that's going to take me 12 years to pay off that debt and to buy a house. I'm going to make something up. And what he's saying is that God is not tied down by your timing. So God is not like, yes, that's going to take 10 years. God's timing is totally different. So what he's saying is God can hit fast forward on your life. God can, something can happen. You could get a huge client that you didn't know about. You could get a sum of money coming in. You could sell something that you didn't know was worth anything. Like, God can hit fast forward and move things forward in your life in a way that you couldn't have even dreamed of. That, he can push fast forward. And he says he for God, right? So it's a little bit different than how we talk on here. Okay. He also said that you can't judge your future based on what you've seen in the past, because God has the remote control and God can do a fast forward. Then he talked about you look for things in the natural, but God is supernatural, and that faith in God can hit that fast forward so that you don't get bogged down and tied down as like, this is my fate. This is it. This is how it's going to go. And I love that. God can hit fast forward. Yes, please. Let's fucking go. Let's fast forward this shit in areas that we want to fast forward. And that, it's not always your timeline. He also talked about being anointed but not appointed. Is it anointed? Anointed but not appointed. Okay, so for an example, being like anointed, being chosen. So like you could be chosen to write a book, like, that's in your soul. God has chosen you to write a book and bring through these messages. But you're sitting there like doing your day job, and you're like, I know I'm meant to write this book, but like, I'm so far from it. I'm like stuck in this day job. Like, I haven't been writing, whatever. And what he's saying is you're anointed in that, but you're not quite appointed yet. You haven't been activated yet. So it's like, you think, God, I'm so far away from my dream. And he's like, but God can hit fast forward on that dream. You never know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? Something's going to shake loose in your job, which is going to give you more time. And then you're going to start writing, and then you're going to meet another writer. And then things are going to fast forward for you. So it's a really cool way to tap into faith and your connection to God, this idea of fast forward. And I love that. I thought that was a great message. And I thank Christine for bringing it to me. The thing that I would say is that You are co-holding the remote with God. So the way that he puts it is like your faith in Jesus and God will get you there. Yes, your faith in God. Yes, your belief in the universe. And if it's Jesus for you, then amen. If it's Moses, if it's Allah, if it's Buddha, then amen. But what I say is you are co-creating with the divine. You are holding the remote with God. You are that powerful. It's not just giving away all your power to some other than. You are with God. Remember, God is within you. Remember, the spark of the divine is within you. Remember, God is not some far away beyond place. God is within your own spirit and your own heart. So if you go into your faith in your life, you go into your faith in the universe. You go into your faith in yourself, in your life, and in God. You both can hit fast forward. If you're sitting there saying everything is slow, 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 life is shit, 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 nothing's ever going to happen for me, it is very hard for God to hit fast forward because you're not anointed because you're telling yourself no. It's very hard for God to appoint if you will not allow yourself to be anointed into what you want. Do you see what I mean? You have to get yourself there. You have to get yourself there. You have to align with your fast forward button. You have to align with the possibility of miracles. You don't have to force or shove or chase. You have to align with it. Align with the fact that it's not going to take you 10 years. You maybe don't know how, but you know you align with it and you know you're co-creating this fast forward button with God by believing, by having faith in yourself, by being good to yourself, by getting the fuck up every morning and doing what you're supposed to do, by loving yourself, by cherishing life, by being in your gratitude, by being kind, by going out and exercising or deep breathing or eating good foods or whatever it is you're going to do to honor yourself. And you're going to stop telling yourself that you're stuck, that you're a loser, that your life isn't worth anything. You have to stop, guys. Stop throwing yourself a pity party. Stop having an ego attack. And what I told my husband this morning, and I'm going to tell you what I told him because he doesn't listen to his podcast. I told him to get his head out of his ass. I did. I did. That's how I say it sometimes. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, actually. Maybe 90-10. But I said, you got to stop. Get your head out of your butt. Wake up. Move forward. Give God some space in there, right? Give God space in your butt. This is terrible. Like, should I get this part edited? Like, this is so bad. But you know what? This is how I do things through humor. This is just what I do. This is what I do. Anyway, but the point is wake up to the fact that you may be in a rut in your own mind. And you're just sitting there going, God, help me. God, help me. This is terrible. God, help me. That's not how it's going to happen. It's going to happen with you going, God, let's work together. I believe in you. I create space for miracles. I show up for my life every single day. I show up for my life. I align with my path. I align with what I'm seeing. I'm anointed. I'm ready to be appointed. I'm aligning with these things. I'm ready to move forward. Yes. I'm still going to work. I'm still going to save the money I need to save or pay off the money I need to save. I'm still going to diligently move with one foot in front of the other. I'm still going to move through my life in a positive and healthy way. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to work every day to align with what I want. And I believe that me and God can push fast forward, but God needs me too. It's not just about having blind faith in God. It's feeling God. It's believing in God. It's getting closer to God. And knowing that you can push fast forward with God, you can move things as quickly as you want them to move. And then sometimes we say, oh, it's taking so long. That's okay. Fast forward goes very fast. Fast forward goes very fast. Things can be sped up at any time. At any time. But you have to show up. You have to wake up. Get into your gratitude. I'll tell you guys, this is all going very fast. Life is on fast forward. And I don't mean that as a threat or to put you in fear, but my God, this is going quick. This is so fast. Life is going so fast. You have nothing to lose but to believe. Believe in yourself, believe in your connection to God, believe that you are loved, believe that you can speed up, you can move things forward, get your momentum going. What does momentum look like for you? How do you create momentum? For me, it's a lot of daily habits, guys. That is a huge part of when I get into my momentum. I'm up, I make lunch, I go to the gym, I make my calls, I do my emails, I stretch, I get out in nature, I work, I read for people, I create content, I'm moving, daily practice, daily habits, pray to God, get in my gratitudes, protect my energy, protect my kids' energy, really moving. That's what gets it for me. It's my daily habits, it's how I live. And then I have days where I'm like, yeah, I can't do any of it. I just want to bed rot and watch TV. And can someone bring me food and a latte? I just want to lay here because shit sucks and I hate everything. That's literally what happens to me. Don't think you're listening to this podcast to get some perfect shining guru because that's not what this is. We're in this together. And there is a way that you can gain some energy towards your fast forward with God. God is on your side. God is with you. God is with your fast forward idea. But there's more work to be done within us than I think some philosophies say. Right? I remember that movie. Remember The Secret, you guys? Have you guys ever read The Secret, that book? The Secret, or seen the movie? I would recommend it. I really enjoyed it. But in The Secret, they talk about, writing yourself $1 million check and like putting it on your bulletin board or putting it on your mirror. And that's very cool because if you want to align with that, that's great. Align with that. But there was not also this emphasis on your own work and moving towards that $1 million. You know what I mean? So remember that there is movement for you and momentum for you. Momentum is very easy for fast forward, right? Think about this as well. And this is something that Michael Beckwith taught me. When things seem that they're going very slow and things seem that they're getting further away from where you want to go. And this is how Michael really talks about what we're talking about today. He likens it to a slingshot. You guys have seen a slingshot, right? You put a stone and then you stretch it back, 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 and then it shoots forward. That's Michael's philosophy about fast forward. You may be feeling that back. Oh my gosh, this is taking so long. Oh my gosh, I have so much debt, or oh my gosh, I'm so far from my dreams, right? And then boom, you slingshot, you propel forward. There's the fast forward button. Fast forward. You're moving now. When you are being pulled back in that slingshot, are you going to just hate life and hate yourself and hate everything and lose your faith in God? That slingshot's not going to be released. As Joel Osteen put it, you're not going to be appointed in that darkness, right? It doesn't mean you can't be frustrated. It doesn't mean you can't be sad. It doesn't mean you can't get down. It doesn't mean you can't have days where you want to lay in bed. It doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean you quote gaslight yourself. Sorry, I hate the term, but for lack of a better word, it doesn't mean you do that. It means you say, I hear you, sister. I hear what you're feeling. I hear what's going on. And here, let me give you some other food for thought. You know what I mean? Let me give you some other food for thought. I hear you. I'm with you. Let's chew on something else for a little bit. When you're in that slingshot, stay faithful, stay connected to God, believe in yourself, stay in your alignment with where you want to go when that slingshot lets go. Because let me tell you, you've seen a lot of people, their slingshot lets go, they're not ready for it, and they crash and burn. But you are getting ready. You're like an athlete. Yeah. Here we go. We're training. We're training. You've got this. Life is beautiful. Life is good. God is good. Fast forward, fast track yourself. You can do it. You can do it. This podcast is brought to you by Erica, Michael, Buddha, Jesus, Joel Osteen. Thank you for listening. I know this one's a little bit shorter, but I hope this all makes sense. I would really, really appreciate if you could share this podcast with people. I would appreciate if you could give me a like on Apple Podcasts, give me stars, leave me a note, follow me at Spiritual Medium Erica on Instagram. These things help me keep going and help me keep doing this work to serve. And I love you guys so much. You can always go to email info@ericagabriel.com if you want a 40-minute one-on-one reading with me. Email info@ericagabriel.com. Go to my website, ericagabriel.com, if you want to check out more of what I'm up to. And there you can join my mailing list. I love you. God bless you. I'm thinking of you. And honestly, guys, if you take nothing else away from this episode, leave with the knowledge that you are simply not alone. God bless. More to come. Be well. Take it easy, and we'll talk soon.